What's up, Heat Seekers? You are watching the hottest show on Friday nights in Step by Step. My name is Joe Otis from joeislit.com, and you are watching Lit Picks. I won last week, but will my co-host Mike Costello come back and take the lead? We'll find out. Mike, how you doing today?
Doing great, Joe. So I'm wondering, the hottest show, meaning the cast from Step by Step, because personally, I would probably prefer either Full House or Perfect Strangers as a wonderful, the hottest TV show on Friday nights. But that's just me.
You know what? I always had a thing for Christine Lakin, who played Al on Step by Step. I always liked her. Angela Watson was good too, but I
Suzanne Summers was
definitely
everybody's favorite.
Oh, everyone loved Suzanne Summers. I mean, she was hot. You all loved her, but
She still is.
What did you say?
Still is.
Yeah. So everybody, welcome to week 6 episode of Lit Picks. So just to get refreshing the scoring system, if you pick the underdog, that is 6 points and higher, you'll get 4 points for your score. If you pick the underdog outright, you'll get 3 points. Picking the spread correctly will get you 2 points, and then picking the favorite will get you 1 point. Now, if Joe and Mike pick the same outcome, the tiebreaker for the points is the over-under, and I will get the first pick since I won last week. You ready to go, Mike?
Yes, you did. My singing was terrible, by the way.
No, I actually thought your singing was better than mine. I was actually really surprised. I mean, you were always a Dream fan going back to high school, so.
I was, but you got really into it. I wasn't doing the dance moves. I was just kind of beating my head back and forth.
And guys, all you have to stay in today stay tuned in for today because we got some good song choices later on. And let's get into the picks. Our first game will be the Carolina Panthers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers live from the United Kingdom. When this game is going on, Mike and I will be playing Top Golf, where I will beat him there again. And we're looking for a fun Sunday morning while the game is going on from the United Kingdom. I definitely think that the Panthers will win this game. They'll get some revenge from the Week 2 upset that the Buccaneers pulled. I like the Christian McCaffrey is absolutely dominant this year. I really like Kyle Allen as a quarterback. He's really filling in well for Cam Newton. My spread pick would take the Panthers minus 1.5. And Mike and I think the Panthers will win 1.5 covering the spread. It's a very low spread. Mike, what do you think about the game?
So I like Carolina as well. I said Kyle Allen has been playing well. I mean, Christian McCaffrey he's been unbelievable. He's been on the field for 100% of the snaps of the Panthers, which is just incredible. And I mean, he's an absolute workhorse. I like this game. Unfortunately, since I lost last week because I did a terrible job, Joe got to choose the tiebreaker, and this is a game where I do believe that this is a hit for over. I would put it down here on the over hitting this in this game. Fortunately, like I said, I didn't get a choice. I got the under here. I think this is going to be a high scoring game. Jameis Winston's good for at least a pick six somewhere. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of scoring here, but I think Carolina's going to be able to edge them.
All right. Moving forward to the next game, we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Baltimore Ravens. Looks like that the Ravens, they didn't really cover last week. That they won by 3 points in overtime against Steelers in Pittsburgh. I think that upset where the Browns upset the Ravens, I don't see that happening again with the Cincinnati Bengals. I really think that the Ravens will win this one easy. I like Lamar Jackson, and he is lighting the field up this year. I love the Ravens have such a great defense there. I think they're going to stop Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket or Red Rifle. And
they have a great defense?
I mean, they're okay. What do you think?
I don't think their defense is great at all, personally. I think that's a 1995 Ray Lewis type. I mean, I think we're thinking of the Ravens from the past. I don't think their defense at all.
Yeah. Well, my spread pick's going to be take the Ravens minus 11. And, I don't really think that that it's going to be that close to the game, but however, I don't have that much confidence, so I say take the Ravens in the money line minus 550. If you're actually going to be betting, if you're using Fox Bet, or if you're at the casino, if you're in Vegas, don't pick this game. Mike, what do you think?
I say take this game, and the Bengals. Like I said, I like Lamar Jackson. I've really been a believer this year with him. But I kind of look back and say, who have the Ravens beat Exactly. So that's kind of the point that I'm trying to say. So I don't think the Ravens have really been challenged by good teams. I do think they're going to put a point in this game, but I don't think their defense is the defense like they used to be. I think that Cincinnati Bengals, I think Mixon's starting to run a little bit. I think he's going to put it there. I think Andy Dalton's going to throw the ball, and I think they're going to keep this game close. And I think the Bengals stay in this game, and it's going to be. I think the Bengals are going to cover.
I'm a big fan of Marlon Humphrey. I just like the way he plays defensive back. He's rough, and he's definitely on pro. So next game is the Seattle Seahawks at the Cleveland Browns. I like this game. This is actually going to be a pretty fun game to watch. I think a lot of the experts think it'll be a close game. My pick is the Browns pulling out the upset, beating the Seahawks 24-21. I think that maybe OBJ will finally have a good game in this game, but it's a home game. The Seahawks are traveling to the East Coast. My spread pick is taking the Browns plus 1.5, and I say take the Browns on the money line at plus 100. What do you think?
I think you're going for those 3 points there, aren't you?
Yeah.
I differ in this one too. I think I'm looking at this game and I say this is a trap game for Seattle. They're coming off a big win, and now you're looking at this. But I didn't want to pick this game, but my rationale is this: Seattle's had 10 days off. The Cleveland Browns have had 6 days off. So I think that I'm just going to give this to Seattle. I can't pick the Cleveland Browns. I just can't do it. So the only reason why I took Seattle here at -1.5, is I can't take the Browns because I can't Browns. So I'm not taking the Browns. I'm going with Seattle.
All right. Moving forward to the next game, it's the New Orleans.
You're confident in taking the Browns?
I'm not confident. Yeah. I thought that they played the Rams pretty tough, and they were home that time. So I'm thinking that maybe they'll be able to beat the Seahawks this time. Maybe they'll be able to pull it out. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. I think maybe Baker due for a good game. Baker's due, and I like Nick Chubb. He's a really good running back. That defense of the Cleveland Browns, I think it's young. It's pretty hungry, and hopefully we'll get some. I like Myles Garrett. He rushes the quarterback great. So I'm thinking the Browns are going to pull off the upset. So moving forward, we have the New Orleans Saints at the Jacksonville Jaguars. This game, I think a lot of people are picking the Jaguars. I don't know how they're the favorites. I personally think that the Saints are going to win the game. It's Drew Brees. He's actually not going to be playing on grass. It's going to be Teddy Bridgewater. And Teddy Bridgewater has some experience playing in the outdoors back when he played for the Vikings. And they were back in that open-air college stadium where the University of Minnesota played in. I like Teddy Bridgewater. He's been doing very well filling in for Drew Brees. My spread pick will pick the Saints plus 2.5. And I'm saying take the Saints on the money line. I'm going for those 3 points again at plus 115. And what do you think, Mike?
I don't know. I can either be in trouble very early in the 1 o'clock games, or I can be in really good shape. And after you talked about the stash or whatever, I've now seen it 2 straight weeks in a row to grow it, but I realized that I probably shouldn't wear that. So I decided to just go shave. But I'm taking the Jaguars here. I am believing in Minshew. I am on my fantasy team. I'm playing him. I think Jaguars win this game. I don't know. I think it's going to be a really close game. So, I'm going to take them on the money line just to be safe because I think this could be a one. And Jalen Ramsey's supposed to be back.
Oh, okay, that's good. He's not happy, but how he plays.
And if he plays, then he's on lockdown.
I got to give the guy credit, though. He's not happy with the team, but he always gives his best effort each and every week. That guy's a monster of a defensive back. All right, so moving forward, we have the Houston Texans at the Kansas City Chiefs. This game, I think that some people are expecting to be a blowout. I think the game will be 31-23 the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are coming off a rough loss to the Indianapolis Colts at home last week. They're home again this week, and I definitely think they will be able to pull off the win over the Texans. The Texans haven't been doing pretty well. They have losses to the Carolina Panthers recently, and I think Bill O'Brien's a good coach. He has a good quarterback in Deshaun Watson, but they just, for whatever reason, they're not really dominating that division like some people thought that they would once, Andrew Luck announced his retirement. So, but I think the Chiefs are going to rebound this week. I think that, it was a rough loss on Sunday Night Football, and I like the Chiefs -4. and that's my spread pick. And I think that we both like the Chiefs -4 in this one. So what do you think about the over/under in this one?
So I think we have to do it. But it seems like the trend there that happened on Sunday night. But I don't know. I just the Chiefs are banged up. I mean, there's no question about that, and that's why I think with this game that Chiefs are going to pull it out. I do want to take the over with this game. I do think there's going to be a lot of points scored. The Chiefs defense, they looked good. It was also the Colts. Yeah, I don't know. I think that the over is going to hit with this game. I think there's points scored. And I don't know what else to say, but Damian Williams is back too, I believe. We'll go. So he was back last week, and LaShawn McCoy got like carries. So yeah.
All right. So moving forward,
they lost to the Colts.
We have the Washington Redskins at the Miami Dolphins. Some people might call this the toilet bowl.
Awesome game of the week.
Oh, God. I mean, are there even still Dolphins fans out there and Redskins fans? I mean, come on. It's kind of an embarrassment here. So,
I know 3 of them.
You know 3 of them? Yeah, I mean, the Dolphins have really nice uniforms. They're retro ones. The throwbacks are great. But I don't really like the newer ones. So in this one, I'm going to take the Redskins 20, Dolphins 17. The only reason I'm really picking this one is I think the Redskins have a better defense than the Dolphins do have an offense. So, I mean, they're other than that, I mean, on offense and Miami on defense, I still think the Redskins are better. My spread pick is to take the Redskins -3.5. However, I can see this game like being such a horrible game that it just goes to overtime and someone kicks a field goal to win. So I'm saying take the Redskins on the money line at -188. What do you think, Mike?
Safe bet. I think that we shouldn't waste any more time talking about the Redskins in this game, but I want to. I'm taking the Redskins -3.5. They got a new coach coming in, and for some reason that bodes well usually for teams. That gives them a jolt. The other side, the Dolphins are coming off of a bye. So, I don't know. I mean, if you really want to have fun, go wild with this game. But I'm taking Skins. I think that I think Case Keenum's starting. Did they announce Case Keenum starting?
I'm not really sure. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate.
I think that they announced Keenum. I think they announced Case Keenum, and the Dolphins said that they're going to Josh Rosen's going to be starting for the rest of the year. So in a lot of the games, I mean, they really should have beat the Eagles. They played tough, and I think they win this game. By 3.
So moving forward, we got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Minnesota Vikings. I think a lot of people are going to be taking the Vikings in this game. The Vikings have beaten the Eagles last year in Philadelphia. I think that the Eagles, maybe it's their turn to turn things around. I think the Eagles are going to win actually 28, Vikings 17. I mean, this isn't a homer pick. This is what I really honestly think is going to happen. I can see the Eagles going to Minnesota.
So you're not an Eagles fan, and you're making that pick.
I'm an Eagle. I mean, I'm an Eagles fan, but I think that it's going to happen. I really think that Cardinals is going to have a good game. I really think that the Eagles defense is going to handle Dalvin Cook. And I mean, Kirk Cousins hasn't been doing really much for throwing the ball. So I think that the defensive backs, even though they're banged up on the Eagles, they'll still be able to handle their Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs has been horrible for me in fantasy this year. It's a joke. Adam Thielen seems to be a little bit frustrated with Kirk Cousins. So I definitely really think that
Diggs is going to have a big week this week.
What was that?
Diggs is going to have a big week.
Most likely, he's on the bench on my team. But my spread pick is to take the Eagles +3. I'm saying take the Eagles on the money line. I want those 3 points. Taking some risks here. What do you think, Mike?
You're going big with the money lines here on the upsets. I kind of like that. Look, I'm an Eagles fan. I would love to see the Eagles win. I'm going to root for the Eagles, but they win this game. I think the Vikings are going to win this game. If the Eagles do not play well in Minnesota, I'm going to take the money line because I was close to taking the Eagles +3 because I think that this is going to be a clear game, maybe a 2-point game, like a 1-point game. But I'm just trying to play it safe. I think the Vikings do win this game outright. Kirk Cousins has a good game, and I think he connects with Stephon Diggs. I traded him on my fantasy team, and now I'm playing against him. And usually that's what happens when I trade people is they all do well and they never do well on my team. I don't think Eagles secondary is going to be able to stop them. And I think that Kirk Cousins is going to have a very good game. I'm taking the Vikings here, even being an Eagles fan. It was tough for me to do that, but I got to go. If I'm going with this, I'm going. I'm not going with the homer pick, so I'm taking the Vikings.
I respect that. I mean, it's pretty funny because I cut Kirk Cousins for my team. Guy's garbage. Doesn't really do really well in fantasy. Picked up Kyle Allen, so hopefully we'll see what he can do for me this week. I really like him playing with Christian McCaffrey. Hopefully get some touchdown passes for me. But moving on.
Can I just throw this out there? I'm just going to throw this out there, and I know it's extreme, but the Patriots defense is better than 90% of any player in fantasy so far. And thank you very much. I have them.
Ridiculous.
When you play the Patriots, you play the Dolphins twice, and you play the Jets twice.
Jets.
It's bound to happen. Then Redskins and the Giants. It works out well for you.
I mean, the Bills play them pretty tough, though.
Bills are good with Josh Allen.
All right, so moving forward, we got the Arizona Cardinals hosting the Atlanta Falcons. So, you know what? I think that people will have the countdown ready for Dan Quinn to be fired from the Atlanta Falcons. I'm not there yet. I really think that maybe for once, finally, they'll put things together and they'll have they had a great offensive output when they played the Texans, but maybe it's about time they finally win a game. So I'm going to take the Falcons 30, the Cardinals 27. My spread pick is taking the Falcons minus 2.5, and I say take the Falcons minus 2.5. What do you think, Mike?
Do we have anybody watching?
We had 3 before. That was our record.
Hey,
we had 2 now. 1. We have 2 now.
All right. So we're setting a record. It's a little choppy, by the way, on your end. I don't know if it's choppy on my end, but it seems like a little bit of lag.
You have to get like an HD camera.
You saw my picks last week. I don't think I'm going to get that far yet. I got to, get a little bit better. This is a game where I don't even remember. It's Arizona. I'm taking Arizona. I think Kyler Murray is playing well. The fact that he's been running the football has been pleasing me. He's on my fantasy team. I also have Devontae Freeman on my fantasy team, who has not had a rushing touchdown yet. So, I keep playing every week. So I don't plan on him continuously scoring because I don't think he's going to. So I'm not worried about them running the football. I'm worried about Matt Ryan throwing the football. And now that I've just plugged in Mohamed Sanu in my fantasy league, I think it's a safe bet here. I'm taking the Cardinals plus 2.5.
Yeah, definitely. That's Kyler Murray's been playing very well, but Devontae Freeman, man, he's been awful, just like I just said.
And David Johnson's been playing. I picked up Larry Fitzgerald. That is the problem. I forgot about that. Crap.
All right, so moving forward, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Los Angeles Rams. This is actually going to be a pretty fun marquee game. I think that the 49ers are really impressed people going off to a 4-0 start. The Rams haven't been doing well. They lost 2 games lately. But I think that they're the home team this week, and I think they're going to pull this one out. I like the Rams 33, the 49ers 23. That's a 10-point game. I like my spread pick is take the Rams minus 3, and we both say take the Rams minus 3. Mike, what do you think about the game?
I think the exact same thing. I think Rams are a good team. Look, San Fran's a good football team. I'm spinning here. Am I still on?
No, you're on, yeah.
Anyhow. Okay, good. So I think that the Niners are a good football team too. But if you look once again their schedule, who have they really played? They just came off the bye week. They're playing well. Defense. They looked great Monday night. I'm not gonna lie. They looked really well. They looked really good Monday night. But I still big division game here. The Rams. I think Sean McVay is going to start dialing it up. I love Todd Gurley in this game. I know he hasn't practiced. I didn't even get the research today if he practiced or not. I know he hasn't practiced 1 week. But I think if he suits up, with extra rest, I think Todd Gurley is going to have a big. That's my prediction. Cooper Kupp, he's awesome. Like he's awesome. If you look at him, he is legit awesome. I just love watching him play, and I don't know. I think that the Rams are going to actually take this game. I do like this being a high scoring game, even though San's defense played well. I think this is one of our tiebreakers. Correct?
It is. And definitely Cooper Kupp.
I believe it is. Yeah.
Was the receiver to take in with the Rams, not Robert Woods this year. So, but for the over/under, we have the over/under tiebreaker 50.5. Mike has the over. I have the under. And I'm looking for a low-scoring game. Mike, you think it'll be a high-scoring game, right?
Yeah. What would you say? You think it's going to be a high score, or you think the San Fran come to play?
I think maybe San Fran will come to play. Hopefully, it'll be low scoring. I mean, but I had picked that it would be a high scoring game, but I mean, now since you picked the over on this one, I'm hoping it does go under. Hopefully that the 49ers defense will be pretty tough. I really like what they have in there. I mean, they've been really handling teams. They handled the Browns really well on Monday night, and I hope that they can keep that with the Rams. But I'm not really sure what's going to happen. It's probably going to go the over, in my opinion.
You just said they handled Browns. I mean, it's the Cleveland Browns. We can't keep forgetting that.
Yeah, but they're still an undefeated team. But this is the marquee matchup that people are going to watch on Sunday. So it's coming on one of the late games. And speaking of the late games, we're going to be moving on to the next game, which is the Tennessee Titans at the Denver Broncos. Now, I mean, the Titans have been extremely inconsistent over this year. I mean, they lost to the Bills last week. They seem to be, every time they seem to be contenders, they always fall on their face. However, I think the Titans are going to win this one. I think it'll be a close game. I like the Titans 24, the Broncos 20. My spread pick is to take the Titans +2. And I say, why not take them on the money line? I want those 3 points. Take them on the money line +115. What do you think, Mike?
So I think the Titans do find a way to squeak this one out. I have the Titans +2. I mean, I think that who are they playing again? I just had a loss.
They're playing the Denver Broncos.
That's right, they're Denver. Last week, I remember I went with Denver. It was the second week in a row I've picked a +6.5. I mean, I didn't take Denver straight up on the money line, but I basically figured that they were going to win the game and cover. And I went very conservative there. But second week in a row where I picked that, and now I'm going to go against them. I mean, looking at a place that was 85 degrees and turned into 18 degrees in 12 hours or something like that, And now for the game, I just looked at the weather and it's supposed to be 72 degrees. I got Tennessee, baby.
All right, moving forward, we got the Dallas Cowboys at the New York Jets. This game is going to be extremely boring to watch. Don't even watch this game. I think that the score will be the Cowboys 40, the Jets 14. This game is going to be ridiculous. Don't even tune in. My spread pick is taking the Cowboys -7. Mike, do you agree with taking the Cowboys -7 for our picks? What do you think about the over?
I agree with that, but I don't agree with you thinking that this game's going to be just a, annihilation. I mean, I think the Eagles did that last week, and I think that was an anomaly. I don't think that the Eagles had 8 sacks. They had 2 sacks for the first 4 games of the season. I don't know. I don't believe that in that. I think that the Cowboys do cover for this game. I don't think it's going to be a complete disaster. I think Robbie Anderson's actually going to play a pretty big game here with Sam Darnold. And I think this is one of our tiebreakers, and I picked this one. I like the under in this game. I don't think it's going to be high scoring at all. I think that the Cowboys are going to get back to the run game, keep the clock. I think this is maybe a 23-12, 23-13, something like that kind of game.
All right.
So you think that the Cowboys are just going to roll over them?
I think they're going to steamroll them. I mean, I think
they got Darnold back. That doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't mean anything. He wasn't doing anything really well in week 1. I mean, they lost to the Bills. They had that joke of a choke at the end there when they lost to the Bills in that game. So I think that even with Darnold back, it's not going to be much. So I think the Cowboys are going to steamroll. All right, so moving forward to the night games. So our first night game, this is actually going to be a marquee game. We have Sunday Night Football will be Pittsburgh Steelers at the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm thinking that the NBC probably thought that this was going to be a much better game with more stakes. They probably were expecting Ben Roethlisberger to be in the game there at the beginning of the season, but unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. They're not even getting their backup quarterback, as you saw. Mason Rudolph was knocked out pretty bad last week. So my score is.
He practiced. I saw.
He practiced? He's not playing though.
I don't think he's going to play, but I thought he was back at the practice field, which I can't believe.
Which will be pretty impressive because he was completely knocked out cold last week. But
yeah, I mean,
my pick for this one is taking the Chargers 27, Steelers 24. I think a lot of people are expecting the Chargers to blow out the Steelers, but I think that it's a little closer than people think. I like the Steelers defense. I'm a big fan of Minka Fitzpatrick. I love the way the guy plays safety. And I like the Steelers.
Well, they gave up a lot of picks for him, so you better be a big fan.
Better be, yeah.
They might have a top 5 draft pick that they just traded away for Minka Fitzpatrick. So,
yes, I'm taking the Steelers +6.5. That's also my pick. Mike, what do you think is going to happen in the game?
I mean, that's a good call. It could be very interesting to see what happens. I think their offense is, I don't know what happened with the Pittsburgh Steelers offense, and that's why I kind of wanted to stay away from this game. 6.5 points is a lot. Chargers coming off, I'm just going to take them on the money line. Melvin Gordon, you kind of see how it's working out. I feel like I keep wanting to call them San Diego, but I'm going to say Los because I don't think I called them San Diego yet tonight. Did I?
You have not, no.
Okay, good. I was close to calling it against that too. So right now I'm 2 for 2. But yeah, I think the Chargers win this game. The points, like I said, 6.5. I don't know. I mean, they really could come out and win by 2. But I'm just going to take it safe here and take Chargers on the money line and try and get my point. And hopefully I don't have to sing again.
Definitely a force of habit going in San Diego. I mean, I've done it a few times, but I mean, they play in that little soccer stadium. I mean, next year should be good though. They're sharing the stadium with the Rams. I mean, that's gonna be pretty interesting to see. But moving forward to the next game, it's the Monday night game. Is the Detroit Lions, who will be playing in Lambeau at the Green Bay Packers. So I think this should be a really fun divisional matchup to watch. The Packers have been looking really impressive. They went into Dallas and beat the Cowboys really easily. So my pick is going to, I think it'll be a little closer here. The Packers will win the game 24-21. I think Aaron Rodgers will be impressive as usual. But I think this one will come down to a field goal. My spread pick will say take the Lions plus 3.5. However, I'm not confident with them. I'm just going to say take the Packers on the money line minus 188. What do you think, Mike?
Did Aaron Jones have 4 rushing touchdowns last week?
Did he?
I think he had 4 rushing touchdowns last week, and it's just I know I keep bringing this back fantasy, but I'm just looking at he has more rushing touchdowns in one game than my fantasy football team does combined in the whole entire agreement. So I just I don't know. I just thought that was a little. But I'm going with Green Bay, and like I said, I go back to the C purposes. I think the Green Bay covers. I think Detroit, like I said, I was wrong about them before. They played tough, and then it was the week after. I forget. I think I went against them, and they lost, or they won the game. I don't know. I think the Packers come out on top. I ended up benching Marquez Valdez-Scantling in one of my leagues. He'll probably go off for 100 yards and a touchdown. So I'm just basing it off of my fantasy team because whatever I seem to do wrong, but in one league, whatever. But yeah, I think the Packers take this game on the night game. This is a big division game right now, and like the Packers. Coming off of the rolling of the Cowboys, I think it continues on, and I think they win this game. I like 6. I think they're by more than 3.5. So,
all right. Moving forward, guys, it's time for that mega parlay. So this is for 5 points, and so my mega parlay is going to be take the Panthers on the money line minus 125. Take the Saints pulling out the upset plus 115. The Eagles pulling out the upset plus 150, and the Rams minus 3. That'll be $10 bet. Will get you $184.70. Now I'm down 3 weeks, so I've lost $30 already. Mike, what is your mega parlay?
So I'm going to take the Cowboys at minus 7. Do you think that's like a pretty? I think that they're definitely going to do that against the Jets. They 100% go for the over for the Cincinnati and Baltimore game. I think that's going to be high scoring. I'm not a big fan of the defenses, and I think Baltimore is able to put up 24 to 30 points right there. And I think Cincinnati's going to put up points. Like the over on that one. Like I said, the Chargers in the money line. I think it's a pretty safe bet. I think they win that game rather. And then I went with the Rams in the money line. I kind of played it safe a little bit here. I was hustling. I was like, do I spreads? Do I not? And I kind of just went safe here, and I figured Rams on the money line because I really think to win this game. So I played it safe. But, I would like to add myself on that destroying you on Sunday in Topgolf.
That's right. I mean, your parlay is more sensible than mine. I think yours probably has a better chance of happening. But I like to take risks here, so we'll see what happens. And speaking of taking risks, it's time for our karaoke punishment songs, the moment you've all been waiting for. Last week, I made Mike sing Dreams. What was the song called, Mike?
He Loves Me Not. It was one of my favorite songs in high school.
That's right.
Love Dream. They just came out. I think Puff Daddy was their manager.
He was their
He
manager.
did. I think he was, yeah.
And
Then they went their own ways.
yeah, but he, you know, he made me sing "Party in the USA" by Miley Cyrus. I mean, my sing was terrible. So, Mike, tell me about the song, the karaoke Punisher song you have for me this week. Should you win?
Oh, I'm straight up going with Andrea Bocelli, "Time to Say Goodbye." I mean, like I said, I did it last week, and I'm very upset I lost. And if I lose again this week, I think I need to change the song. But I really want you to sing, because just I kind of want to do the imitation. But I am so excited for you to sing that song, and I will, forever live that moment down.
Well,
how about you? So your song with me?
Yeah, well, folks, one of our friends said that watching Mike and I sing these karaoke songs via the Smule app is like watching Buffalo Bill from The Silence of the Lambs dance in front of the mirror. So Mike's karaoke punishment song is going to be Q's Lazarus, "Goodbye Horses." Now, he doesn't really have to dance in front of the mirror if he doesn't want to, but it should be a fun song to watch him sing. So, I mean, if you're not really sure what the song is, just all you have to do is go to YouTube, click on "Silence of the Lambs" and Buffalo Bill dance, and then you'll know what it is. Do you know what I'm talking about, Mike?
I've never heard this song ever, so.
Oh God.
Yeah, so it might be horrendous.
All right, folks. That's Lit Pick for this week. Will I win? You got to tune in to find out. Watch your games on Sunday and Monday night. Mike, it's been fun as usual. So if that
it has, like I said, this is going to be a great week. So sorry to kind of cut off real quick, but this is going to be a great week because there's Sunday football all day now that they're in the UK, and the game starts at 9:30. So it's going to be awesome that going from 9:30 till like 12 o'clock at night, that Sunday is just pure ball. So we can finally enjoy it.
And the one fan we have, if you can just leave us a like, comment, share the video, we would really much appreciate it. Thank you all for watching. And Mike, tell everybody to always stay what?
Stay lit. And, next week we'll come back with a little segment in the beginning for you guys. So stay lit, people. Joe, take it off.